Welcome back to the eSports Report. Of course, we're coming off the major tournament in Columbus, Ohio for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the first AW tournament this year. I'm on board with Sender right now from Aware. Aware, one of the surprise squads coming into Columbus and coming out of Columbus. They earned a Season 1 playoff spot. But let's tell the story of how they got there. First, it was a fantastic Friday night, a 2-0 start. You beat Carnage. You beat the #1 seed in the pool, Envy. Now, come Saturday, your first match was against DT eSports, who a lot of people were surprised to see come out of the open bracket. Sender, first of all, before we get to your major match against SB, talk to me a little bit about DT. Did you know any of these guys coming into the tournament, and what did they play like?
The only person I know on their team was Llama God. And that's
because
pretty
it's
much
an amazing name.
Yeah, it really is. And I played him at. This is the first time I played him at an event, but I know he's been to a couple events. He hasn't really placed that well, but I definitely knew who they were, but it was a pretty quick series.
Was it also a 3-0? So you had a 3-2 over Envy, a 3-0 over Carnage. What did this series go?
It was a 3-0.
3-0 as well. So you got to be feeling pretty good about your record. You're 9-2 overall in games. So that set up your next match against Strictly Business, a squad that also took Envy to Game 5. Unfortunately for them, they lost. But it was SB who looked just as good against DT, just as good against Carnage. So that set up a big main stage match. If you beat these guys, you're guaranteed the #1 spot in your pool. Even if it went to Game 5, you were probably going to get out of your pool and make it into the winner's bracket. So what were the thoughts when you guys matched up on the main stage?
If you watched the interview, I was extremely confident, maybe too confident, but I knew we were going to win, but or I thought I would.
No, you knew it. You knew it. I saw your face. I remember going in your booth, talking ahead of time. You're like, yeah, just one more match. We got this. Hardpoint. You start things off. You crush SB. I felt like it wasn't a 100-point club, but it was just around there. You guys absolutely dominated them. But what happened in Game 2? How did SB tie it up?
Honestly, there were about 4 rounds when we could have done the smallest thing and it would have went in our favor, and it costed us the map. We ended up losing it 6-3 when we could have won it 6-2.
Okay, so that set up game number 3, uplink. The map was Detroit. Now, coming into this matchup, you've had 3 uplink games to warm up. Were you prepared for this game mode?
We honestly we were, but Detroit wasn't our good strong suit. But definitely weren't as confident as I should have been in that. But we tried our hardest.
All right, guys. Well, here is a look at what happened. This is the swing game. Series tied up 1-1 against Strictly Business. Strictly Business has to win this series within 4 games. Aware, all they got to do is force it to Game 5 or take the lead here with a game number 3. Let's take a look.
And, he was pretty consistent. But, again, for me, we have to keep our eyes on, of course, Twiz and Fizz in that KD column. They need to be able to hold their own in this game type. And straight away, we can see Sin just going to be covering that left-hand side. Now going to jump across as 3 players go down. This is a fantastic start for SB.
And right away, Sin is going to get this satellite making his way to the uplink. Going to be met with a little bit of resistance as you see Twiz leading the way. We'll see if Twiz is able to get in position for a pass. It looks like a charge at the back door. Fizzer, last man standing, is now going to have to play some D. Sender moving in with this objective.
Yeah, Sender immediately has to run backwards. He recognizes that he can't push forward by himself. He's just going to get picked off. He needs his teammates as you've been describing all weekend, which is very true. It's kind of running that blocking kind of style. They need to make sure that he can get through, and we saw it perfectly with Killer in Opticnation. Whenever they're playing uplink, they kind of have someone blocking the way, running in front of the satellite drone carrier, and making just that job so much easier.
Twiz now with the satellite is going to be making his run through the alley. Great movement so far by both squads. And you're going to see Twiz get it close, but not close enough to go for a shot. Fizzer now trying to hunt down this ball. It's going to be in the hands of Accuracy. Accuracy going right down the garage is going to have one player leading the way once again. And probably the best option here, it's Lawless at the moment. Lawless with 2 players attacking will not be able to get it done. It's up to Happy and Sender now on defense.
Happy needs to try and pick up this kill, turns around, but there's going to be so many players chasing him. didn't really stand much of a chance. However, Sender is going to clean up one. Will be one more play there. Meanwhile, the satellite drone carrier is John, and John is just bucking it straight towards it. Is he going to go for the 1 point? Such a smart play. Such a smart play. He recognized that there had to be some players playing defense. He didn't want to risk the 2 points, just went for one.
Fizzer waiting for this new ball as it's going to drop right in front of him. He's got the satellite trying to figure out how to get in. Unfortunately, there's a knife in his mouth. That one coming from Lawless. Lawless immediately taking fire. Great cover, though, from a teammate. He's going to toss it, catch it up, and Ben, why does he do this?
That's so smart. I haven't seen anyone do that so far. Now, when you're the satellite drone carrier, you know you get increased ammo. Now, as soon as you get shot a couple of times, your armor is going to go, okay? Now, if you just throw the ball down and pick it back up, your armor comes back to full. So if you're tagged up and you think you're going to go for the play, the best thing you can do is immediately drop the ball, pick it right back up. That was really good to see because I haven't seen anyone do that yet.
Heads up play. All of these kills, though, coming in from SB. John is going to pick up one on a teammate, unfortunately, though. Twiz in that kill feed as well. Now with the satellite, he's going to be making his move. The ball tossed over to John. He's not going to be able to get much done. Fizzer on your screen needs to protect his base because here comes Happy. Happy going for the toss from your window, Ben.
There you go.
And
That's
you are
exactly
a happy
what
man.
I was talking about. Exactly again, and it's so good to see. And you saw the only way SB could try and defend against that was to try and go for the interception. And you saw two players double jump to try and catch that ball before it actually went into the portal, and they just weren't allowed to do it. It's really good to see two teams playing uplink in a really, really correct way.
Sender going for the same shot, goes for the duck. It's launched.
Easy points, man.
Nice
easy
angle.
Points.
Nate's coming in. And really, you think SB has to catch on to this. They have to start putting a player permanently in the school, and that is not what they want to do because they've been pushing all of their runs through the alleyway. So on your screen right now, we're waiting for Happy. He's got his teammate Sender behind him. Happy trying to lead this charge. Sender's just going to run in first. Won't be able to get it done. Stim being used.
Hello. That's going to be, is that Twiz or was that Fizz? Let me find out.
I believe it's Fizz because he's now got the
it is.
satellite. Yep.
So
he's running the double. Overclock Stim. I like this combo for an objective position.
Yeah, for, playing the uplink carrier, that's a really good idea. Oh, he just turns around and says, hello, melee attack to the face. Hits him with the drone. He went for the second one, but he's still alive. Now, you see, the best thing he could do here would be to throw it on the floor and pick it back up, but he's going to go for an epic fail of a 1 point play.
No, he was getting his armor back, just like you said.
He wasn't. He was trying to, let's not try and give him that much props. That was definitely a fail. Unfortunate play from him, but that
Look
drone
at
is
Sin,
still down.
man. Sin just cleared the base. No one up yet.
He has to go for one. There you go.
And
that was a smart play. Just level up the game. Going for two was a bit risky there, so he made the smart decision.
Twiz and Sin still up for SB. Sender, though, with the uplink, is going to push one more time. 20 seconds left on the clock. They got to be careful. He knows there's an opponent in here. Just charges in, goes for the beatdown, knows he's got enough armor to get there in time. 12 seconds left. He needs some big help. And he's going to try and cut this back into the school, I have a feeling. Unfortunately, two teammates going down, hit with stuns. Not going to be able to get much done. He's just going to keep this out of his opponent's hands.
That was a really strange play, but...
Well, he realized he wasn't going to score.
He could have arguably cut into school when he was at staircase and just tried to go back into that room one more time. When there's, what, 10 seconds left? What are you going to lose? There's no way that someone is going to be able to Hail Mary it that far when you know they're all going to be playing hard D.
We're all tied up at the half. Switching spawns, going at it one more time. This will be the swing game in the series. We're tied up 1-1 in the best of 5. First, the respawn, the hard point taken by this Aware squad. SB looking so strong in S&D, and so far, pretty even game in uplink. Ben, do you have a team, do you think one is playing better than the other?
Right now, no, we've seen good moments from both, but in my opinion, the side FB is on now is arguably stronger just because of that school side, so I expect to see them pick up a couple of easy points if they do exactly what we saw Aware do. Which, honestly, after conceding 2 points, I would expect SB are like, oh, that seems like a pretty sensible position. Let's try and throw it from there.
Accuracy on your mini-map with that objective, trying to make his way through the garage. He's got only one teammate distracting over on the alleyway, and it looks like this could be a big mistake as you see Sin immediately grabs the satellite, won't be able to push it up too far. A big kill coming in from Happy.
Sin was also using Stim there, so right now you have both Sin and Fizzer going doubles up on Stim and Overclock. So they're trying to be the objective carriers of the satellite drone. However, Sender, with the drone in hand, is looking at trying to put some yards down, and he could just go for the one-point play here. That's the double jump. It's a very common throw spot, but he's actually missed it, and it's so nearly bounced into.
He's got a rebound potentially. Accuracy trying to get in there, and the satellite is picked up by Fizz. He's immediately going to toss this one out. It'll reset in the middle of the map. There it drops, and we're going to see John pushing for it.
Oh, wow. Sender actually just got destroyed a little bit there by Sin. Meanwhile, SB are going down. Sin is trying to camp that satellite drone respawn point, but he goes down too. That leaves John up momentarily by himself, but John 17 and 17.
Big kills in the base by the teammate. Happy trying to get shots down as 2 more players spawn up. He's going to lose his support. He's got to wait for someone to come on that back end. I believe that was Mr. Lawless, and now he's got a 1-point opportunity, tosses it to his opponent, won't be able to get it done.
If that hit his opponent, that would have been very, very impressive. I think that's what he was going for there, but got a little bit unfortunate. 3 minutes left of this second side. Sin making his way into the parking garage. Is he going to be able to try and make his way into the school as well? He is, but this is the problem. He's in front of all of his teammates. He needs to wait for his teammate to try and clear out this room, and that's exactly what he's doing. This is smart play coming in from SB.
SB pushing up. Sin won't be able to get it out. Happy's going to fall. Center now charging in is going to finally get this satellite out of the base. They'll be pushing it back alley once again. Look for another toss opportunity if he can get behind that tractor trailer. Already met by a player on mid-street, needs help immediately. In this middle room, it's very short range, and you can see he was trying to set up that melee.
You got a little unfortunate that his melee didn't actually hit that. But you see he got out as nice little two-piece coming in. Nearly killed his teammate there. Who's the satellite drone carrier? It's going to be accuracy this time. 13 and 21, by the way, so not having the best of games. Is he going to go for the 1-point play? Still has a satellite drone in his hand. We'll see. This will be the 1 point. No, he's not going to go for it, I don't think. Oh, there it is, actually.
Oh, intercepted!
Fizzer, that was so nasty! Oh, that was sweet.
Call this man Richard Sherman.
Oh, that was good.
Says, get this out of my house. Tosses it over the fence. It resets in the middle. And what a performance.
Oh, you know he's going to have a smile on his face after doing that. That was going in, and Fizzer just managed to get that double jump interception and gets it straight out of bounds.
Oh, no, the pass getting stuck on the wall. That was a 2-point play. They had it all set up. And Sender going to reap the reward. He's going to grab this immediately. Unfortunately, won't get it very far. Twiz now picking it up. He's going to die. John and Fizz trying to push in. They got to stop this team as aware. They got a minute 15 still to work with, and we're still tied up 2-2. A single toss-in could be the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, 100%. We're in the last, 70 seconds right now? Any points realistically could win you this game. It's been so close. It's pretty much a stalemate all game, and that's why I'm surprised we saw SB go for the 2-point play as opposed to just a 1-point play from the window. You know, that 1 point could be potentially huge.
Sender pushing up once again, gonna find one. Fizzerp, though, with the satellite, is trying to run away, and Fizzerp is gonna get the melee kill. One more player outside. He's gonna shoot through the middle, climb it through the window now. His teammates in support. Fantastic plays here with Fizzerp.
Just get to that
running this one. 30 seconds left, and he's gonna go for the toss.
There it is.
It's gold.
30
now the
seconds.
pressure is on Aware.
Can OS somehow manage to set up for a 1-point play, 2-point play to potentially win it? Stim helping out Fizzer massively, but Sin is slaying from inside OS base. Look at that mini-map on the top left of your screen. There is no one there as Fizzer actually now has control of the drone. Sender desperately trying to chase him, but that's Stim being used by Fizzerp, and with 7 seconds left, Puckett, that is going to be GG. Fizzerp, man of the match without a shadow of a doubt in my mind. That interception came in huge and won SB that game.
It wasn't just the interception though, Ben. After that interception, he put the moves on 2 plays.
And that one must have been a heartbreaker, Sender. Of course, first we saw your shot so close, just missing. Did you practice the shots on Detroit at all coming into this game?
No, unfortunately I didn't. Maybe my teammates did, but I don't know. I didn't really base my gameplay around doing that, but definitely I'm gonna start doing it now.
You learned your lesson in Columbus. More importantly, we saw accuracy with a potential to give you guys the lead. He had a clear route, clear shot, takes it, Fizzerp interception happens. In that moment, did you know what had just happened there?
No.
So, watching it back for the first time, is that when you realized this is the moment the game changed?
Yeah, because I don't know, that would have changed the entire game. Seriously, It's crazy.
Absolutely. Most impressively was not only Fizzerp's Richard Sherman move, just getting the ball, intercepting that one. We saw him with the final juke. Now, talk me through the final 30 seconds of this game. Fizzerp gets the ball. He's in school. He's dipping and dodging, acting like he's going forward, dumps it back, and then is able to go to a clear shot. What was happening on defense there in the final minute?
Obviously we knew they were trying to take it through school, so we were just trying to slay. We were getting outslayed a little bit. I think I was last alive in the situation, so I thought he was going to go in the window and try to throw it in for 1 point, but instead he went to the lockers to throw it. I don't know. It was just a 50-50 play I took, and I just lost it.
Honestly, is fair because I would have guessed window as well. Every single other shot came from the window. That was their first attempt going from the lockers, and Fizzerp just too money. He clutches it up. Real quick, though, one thing we both noted while we were watching this together was Fizzerp running overclock and stim and uplink. SB, one of the few teams, I believe it was just them and really Prophecy, who weren't afraid to try anything other than the normal gentleman's agreement. Was there a gentleman's agreement before every single match you had, or who were some of the teams that you saw throwing on cloak, throwing on some stim?
Every team we played this weekend besides SB was gentleman's agreement, and SB the reason why we didn't use that stuff is we didn't really try it or test it, and we weren't really comfortable using it, so we just stuck with the things we knew.
Now, did you have those conversations before each match with the other team, or was it just kind of expected?
It was, I guess a little bit of both, but mainly we were just like, before a match, we were like, all right, we're not using any of the, the stim cloak, anything like that, and they're just like, yeah, so.
Now, were threat grenades legal in this tournament?
They were, but they were kind of part of the gentleman's agreement.
Okay, so I was going to say, as a caster, I don't think I saw a single threat grenade. Very impressive match, though. I mean, I thought you guys had it locked up going into that Game 3. If you would have won that Game 3, we would have seen you definitely force a Game 5 no matter what. This next game, though, it was SB. They had the momentum coming off of uplink. They beat you in CTF. And then you find out that they have stolen one of the top 2 spots in Pool D. You'll be playing through the lower bracket. What was the team's mindset at that moment?
We were extremely frustrated, but at the same time, I gotta make it's not like a horrible thing that happened. Like, we just gotta make sure we clutched up in losers bracket. So I just made sure my team was still in it mentally.
All right. Well, I think we have the graphic of the lower bracket, so let's take a look at losers. Now, when you got knocked down into losers, of course, you were coming in with the 3rd place in your pool, so you're seated pretty deep. Who did you have to match up against first here?
We played Icons for top 12, I think, because they just beat Clan Lucky Strike, so we played them for top 12.
Okay, and Will, I got it up on my computer here if you want to just grab my screen. Icons. This team, of course, coming past CLS eSports, Lucky Strike, you 3-0 them. Ego and the boys pretty easy for you?
Yeah, but their series versus Lucky Strike was literally insane.
Series against Lucky Strike, of course. And then after that, you face off against Opticnation. Now, this is a team that also struggled in pool play. They were able to kind of get out of that Group B, but what was that match like playing up against Opticnation?
It was a 3-2. We took the hard point pretty convincingly on Solar. I think me and Lawless both had like 45. And then it went to Search on, I think it was, I don't remember the map, but I knew we lost it like pretty convincingly, like 6-3. Okay. Then the uplink it went to, my team just outslayed the hell out of them on it. It was a uplink on Biolab, and we won it by like 5. The CTF, we had a lead with like a minute and a half left. We were up 1 on Ascend, and I went on like a 11 or 12 kill streak, like top middle. And then I died once, and then it was just like the most unfortunate time to die because then everybody on my team died at the same time. They got a pull, capped it, and then they got another pull to win the game within like 15 seconds. Yeah.
So you allow them into Game 5, search and destroy in a series that you had all locked up. Something we've seen before. Talk to me about this final game.
I don't know what it was. We just didn't play it the same. I don't know what it was. We were just playing scared. We weren't challenging the things we normally challenge, and it just costed us a series pretty much round by round.
Now, you're knocked out of the tournament here. Opticnation, of course, moving on to our top 8. You guys stuck in a weird situation. You have to watch and see how everything plays out. When did you get the news that you were still in the running for a Season 1 spot?
Literally the second we lost.
As soon as you lost. So you get the news. So That must have been a bit of a relief. When did you get the news of who you had to play for that Season 1 spot?
I think they were trying to discuss it, and I heard AR had to play DT, so and then I think the TKSB match was still going on main stage, so we had to play the loser of that.
So you know it's going to be either Team Caliber or strictly business. Who are you hoping for here?
I don't know, but, like, honestly, because they're both like really solid teams, but definitely strictly business considering TK plays top 4.
Now, unfortunately, we were not able to get you guys streamed for that matchup, but it definitely went down on one of our side stations. Talk us through rematch against SB. Last time, you crushed them in hardpoint. They stole a search from you. They stole the uplink from you and beat you in CTF. What was the mindset coming in, and did you talk about doing anything differently?
Yeah, we did, but I know when we started playing on stream and we were winning by a lot, and then they had like some issues with their Xbox, so we had to switch, and we actually ended up losing the hard point, which was like we were all so surprised. We lost probably by like 20 points.
Now you guys were up like 80 points before that replay was forced, right? What happened in game?
I think like Fizzip couldn't aim in or something, but we were just shredding, and then on the next station we just weren't playing as good.
So kind of a tech issue caused a little bit of a fall in momentum. So they take game 1. What happens game 2?
Game 2 was recovery again against them, and we tried changing some things up, but I don't know, it didn't go in our favor most of the rounds, and we lost it, I think, like 6-4.
Okay, 6-4 there. So down 0-2. You're playing your 2 worst maps, according to you, from earlier in the tournament. Now playing CTF and Uplink. Which one came first?
Uplink.
Uplink. Okay, so this is the map they stole from you, or the game mode they stole from you on Detroit. What map was it this time around?
It was on comeback.
Comeback. Okay. Did you feel better about comeback coming into this game?
Yeah, it was funny because like Happy mentioned like when we were down 0-2, he was all right, guys, like we're playing comeback, like this is exactly what we're about to do right now. And I don't know, we walked in, we started that map, like we weren't like super hyped, like, but we were still like focused. Obviously, I still wanted to make sure I made it in the league, and it went down to the wire, that one map, and there was about like 5 seconds left, and we were down 1. And me and Lawless made a play at their base, and I ended up tossing it in with like 2 seconds left to tie it.
So you forced overtime.
Mm-hmm. And the first side of overtime, we played it through. Nobody got a single score. I was really close once in like the first like 10 seconds, but I missed a shot. And then went to the second side, and we scored in like 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Not a bad start to the second side. So you take game 3. Must have been a huge relief, but you still have at least one more to force a game 5. What went down in CTF?
On CTF, it was on Biolab, and we got the first cap. We were on the escalator side. We were on the blue side. We got the first cap within like probably like a minute and a half, and then we were kind of just going back and forth for like 8 minutes. Then they ended up capping with like a minute left to tie it up to force it in overtime.
And then, of course, their CTF, you guys were able to steal it. Now we're going to game 5. Final search and destroy. What map?
It was on Detroit.
Detroit search. Okay. So talk me through this final game. All of the marbles. Season 1, a guaranteed salary, everything on the line in this final game.
I know one of my friends, Vicento, was behind me. And, like, he's a really good friend of mine. He was like, all right, yo, baby, let's see game 5 Sender. So I was like, all right. So we, I don't know, the first round, Laws got first blooded, and I outgunned somebody really bad top middle. And then I flanked to the bomb site and got a 2-piece. And after that, I was just like, I was on fire that game 5.
Game 5 Sender comes clutch, all thanks to Vicento. Vicento, you are the reason Aware is in Season 1. So what was the final score in that one, and what was your personal score?
We beat them 6-3. I dropped I think I went 13-5, and Happy went 10-5.
You and Happy clutch it up there. 23-10 combined. Not a bad way to end the series. Instant relief. What was the reaction afterwards? I'm sure you hugged the boys.
I was after everything that's happened with Noble and I don't know, kind of getting screwed over out of the season. I just wanted to make sure I secured it back, and it was a huge side of relief because I ended up quitting my job to play in the season because my work didn't want to work my schedule, so I needed to be back in the season.
Well, congratulations, my friend. You earned your spot, and let's take a look at the other 11 teams you'll be playing with starting next Monday, December 8th. Of course, at the top spot, we're going to see FaZe and Optic Gaming. Envy is in the mix as well with Most Wanted, aka the Justice lineup. We got Prophecy, which surprised a lot of people by earning their spot. Automatic Reload, another surprise squad, joining Denial, Opticnation, Rise Nation, and Noble, who are all in from last season. And, of course, Team Caliber earning that final position. Now, I asked the same question to Sharp from TK yesterday. Looking at this just on paper, before the season even starts, I need your prediction. Out of these 12 teams, who are the 4 that do not qualify for playoffs? Optic Gaming, Envy, FaZe, Most Wanted, Prof, AR, Denial, Nation, Rise Nation, Noble eSports, Aware, and TK.
That's so hard. Wow. Teams that that's so hard. I feel like the teams. I think it's gonna be a really, really, really close season, just like how season 3 was at towards the end. But I feel like the teams that are gonna kind of be left behind are, like, no disrespect to the teams at all either, but I think it's gonna be. I think it's going to be Rise because of online.
Okay.
I think it's going to be... Man.
This is my favorite part of the show, putting people in the hot seat.
It's so hard because there's so many good teams. I'm going to say Noble.
Noble struggles, okay, killing the boys.
Yeah, they're good, obviously, but I don't know if they have the same kind of slaying power other teams have.
Gotcha.
Wow. It's like... There's FaZe. I want to say Nation.
Opticnation?
Yeah, they're really good, but I feel like they're a lot better LAN team than online. Their weakness, probably being consistent in respawn, to be honest, and especially TP online. He's like night and day player compared to LAN.
Gotcha.
And all right, so one more.
One more team to make the cut list.
Who did I say so far?
You said Optic Nation, Noble, and Rise. Popular pick so far would be Prophecy or Automatic Reload. The other ones, of course, the big name teams returning from season 8 or season 3.
I think I can't say AR because Miyagi's on the team, man.
Okay. Miyagi clutches up again.
He's gonna go off this season. I can't pick him. I'm going to have to go Prophecy, even though, I don't know, it's going to be really, really tight.
Going Prof. All right. Now, I'm just taking these just to look back because this is the first impression. Of course, we have no other information other than your first 3 weeks of gameplay. But it's going to be crazy because anything can happen in our 44-match season for each team. I'm excited, man. Aware looking very strong, much stronger than anyone could have expected. I knew Lawless. I couldn't put a face to Accuracy, but I've seen him on GBs nonstop, seen him at a few events. And Happy, I had no idea who this kid was. Sender, I'm so impressed you've been able to put together a squad that now has a spot. What's the goal here for Season 1? Is it to finish high in the regular season or just to clutch up at the playoffs once again?
Be first in the season, then win the event.
First in the season, win the event? Pretty simple goals, my friend. Best of luck to you. Thank you so much for joining the show. Actually, before I go, thank you, producer, for reminding me. We got patch notes. I know a few of the players have been on. Everyone took a little mini break following Columbus, but following the patch notes, have you noticed anything major changing up?
Nah, the game's pretty much going to be played the same. I didn't test uplink, though. I heard the passing is a little bit different, so it should be interesting to test that out.
Yeah, you should go work on those ball spots, my friend. Definitely before Monday.
Yeah.
All right, Sender, thank you for joining. Congratulations to the entire team. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Guys, that is going to do it for our first segment here on the ESR. Coming up next, I want to show you one gameplay from Automatic Reload. Unfortunately, I did not have more than 2 stations. I did get a chance to show these guys as often as I wanted to, but when we come back, we'll watch Justice versus AR. This is one of our alpha matches. We're also going to be recapping the 250. I got a Pro Points update for you. Also, we got all kinds of awesome stuff coming on outside of Call of Duty, including the Game Awards. We have Dota 2 announcement, which launched today, as well as some news on CSGO. Don't go anywhere. The ESR continues when we return.